Okie dokie. Looking good. We're live, and let's get started, shall we? Hello, everyone. Neighborly here, and welcome back.
Well, looks like I arrived with my water run. Just in time.
For now. But yeah, we are back doing Tavern Talk again, because thankfully this time around, no sudden last minute schedule changes that were completely that just blindsided a lot of us.
Although pre-sequel was fun.
Yes, indeed. Definitely got to come back to that because, well, seems like even though I'm a latecomer to the Borderlands series, a decent chunk of the folks in this call have not really experienced much past like the first one, or the first one for Orsk, the third one for Scorpio.
And before anyone asks, don't look at me. I'm one of the ones who's experienced them all.
Indeed.
I mean, I've only experienced some of 2 and some of the prequel. I've never seen any of the Borderlands.
Well, we can work on that over the course of time. And I'm just happy because I managed to get to just unleash the chaos by not just playing pre-sequel on stream finally, but playing as Claptrap.
God damn it, Claptrap, you goddamn fucker, wasting my ammo.
You never know what you're gonna get when I use my Vault Hunter ability. It's a random.
You do love random.
And plus, as I level up, I'll have the potential to get more options that can crop up. Looking to get that Rainbow Nova.
I mean, and then I've been finding it interesting playing because apparently that one, I have a problem letting go of things. But you constantly let go and replace.
But yeah, that is for a little bit later when we return to that when we're feeling like some less story driven and more just getting the multiplayer on and just doing our best to be well, it's Borderlands, everyone's an asshole, so technically speaking, when we're in the world of Borderlands, we're assholes too.
I mean, that goes without saying.
Especially considering who we're working for in this particular one, even though this is how he became who he ends up and who he ends up becoming.
Yes.
But again, that is for later. For now, we've got some more drinks to deal out, or potions in this case.
And if I remember, we ended up, the last time we played, we never finished the day, so we're still technically in the middle of one, I believe.
I think we might have finished the day.
No, because, wait, maybe?
How about we go in and see?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And for those of you who've been following along, you might notice this new thing that's kind of waggling, trying to get our attention here, is that apparently about a few days ago they announced a new sequel, or rather prequel to Tavern Talk. So
it's probably going to be on our list to do at some point.
I've already wishlisted it, so yeah, it is on the list whenever it ends up coming out.
Well, when I say some point, because I mean, we do have, like, because I know we're doing this game to take a break from the Ace Attorney series, so...
Yep. Yeah,
whenever it's cycled back in.
Yep. Plus,
we got to take a break, like, brother, this was always on the table. We were just waiting for the right time.
Yeah, basically just putting the extra buffer in, so I don't reach the same thing issue I had with when I was streaming the Yakuza games of playing them back to back to back, just getting burned out on Yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, sooner or later I'm going to have to resume that, but I'll try and find a point to work that in.
I think also
Fair, and recall though, I'm gonna be working the latter half of this month and the next few months, so the latter half of each month is essentially gonna be me away at work.
Yeah,
So we do have something to fall back on at least.
yeah, that was something that I was thinking of asking is about we've got since we're pretty much in the summer months now. It's gotta be getting close to when your shifts start up again. So,
Yep. Thankfully, though, I got Protect B in, and although I don't have a bid in this year because of reasons the company has brought up, but I just won't know what ship I'm gonna be on to. But I know I'm gonna be working the latter half.
I assume it's going to be the same where you won't be able to join the streams, but you'll technically still be here able to participate in the shenanigans.
I might be able to join it. It really depends on what if I'm day or night shift and where I'm going to be too. If I'm on the new ship, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a complete write-off for the most part for me to chime in, but I'll still be able to do RPs and such with people, but
so
it's going to be sporadic.
VC is going to be probably more likely than not a no.
So yeah, so during the points where you're on shift, well, we'll just need to have alternates in line for the visual novels and for .hack GU, because having you there is part of one of the reasons why we're enjoying it, because you're part of the group that's getting to experience that for the first time.
Well, you could get back into doing the Yakuza stuff when I'm not here.
That's right now I've got 3 potential idea options for things, because when you're not here, that's going to leave us with 2 stream days where we need alternatives. Resuming Yakuza is one. Psychonauts is another.
Yes, that's awesome. We can always find some other multiplayer games that that we can just do with others, because honestly, I enjoy the multiplayer nights.
Yeah. Plus, there's also one game that's been on my list for a while now that I'm finally in a position where I can play that might be an opportunity to finally start up.
Is it the one you keep speaking on?
One, if you're thinking about the one where I'm going to need to, have to block out the part of the very opening because if you want to see if you want to see that ass, everyone, you're gonna have to play it for yourself. Yes, that game.
Although you should be okay because it's only a brief scene. It's not the entire point of the game.
True, but at the same time,
it's paranoia because of how Twitch can be as well.
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
So.
Also, they are also biased based on the game, so if they feel like, for whatever reason, they hate the game, they'll just take it out on people playing the game.
So, yeah. So, that's something to potentially look forward to, but we keep getting sidetracked. Let's get started with day 31st, the 31st day of the astral moon. Disaster.
21st. It will be 31st. Okay, yeah, but it's the 21 is up top though. XXI.
I think that's the chapter.
Yeah, it's chapter.
Yeah, and again, that is a title that may not bode well.
Fair,
That's
especially
fine.
with
We got Kitty
and your disdain for tea.
Like, as we figured out, astral moon is literally just one of their months.
Oh, look who's finally back.
Oh, hey, look, Among Us.
Ah, egads.
Oh, and there's a little trophy in the back too.
Ah!
Oh,
They're all over the place!
God damn it, this whole thing is sus!
They're all over the place. There's 2 over on the board. There's 1 underneath the Little Dipper, and there's 1 right above what's her name's head.
What about the one in Clay?
Oh,
You
there's
mean
one
on
above
top
Clay.
of? Yeah. Actually,
Yeah,
there's 2 above him. There's 1 up by the window above the clock.
Jesus, it's like a multiplying.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
They've invaded!
Rick, somebody get the button!
That'll be later.
So, right.
Yeah, it's welcome back. It's good to see you both. And then now Alethea's saying her thing.
Hold your enthusiasm, innkeeper. We bring tales of disaster. I don't mind a little disaster in my tales. After all, you tell them so well.
She really does.
As do you, Clay.
Thank you. I hope my store is as good as your drinks.
Yep. You know,
I think we all know Clay would try to make friends with all the tiny among
Well, of course.
yeah. Still, I miss seeing this big slab of meat here.
Yeah.
Hey, ooh. Yeah, I agree.
They are to me. Speaking of which, can I offer you a drink in exchange for a little insight into your disasters?
That'd be great.
Something that feels strong and magic-y, right?
You remember? Yes, that one, please.
Coming right up.
They've invaded back here too.
Oh, jeez, and crow.
Oh, they got
God.
the button! Rick, push the button!
I think I take some of the drinks out.
Yeah.
Oh God, one is swimming in your tea or your liquid.
Now I'm gonna have to throw
Right
that. Now I'm gonna have to throw that
Yeah.
one out.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's one that hid it behind the thing.
I can't tell if that one by the mortar and pestle above it is a thing. It's looking straight at the camera.
Yeah, there's one looking out at you. There's one looking away from us.
Ay, 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 ay.
There's one with a hat sitting next to the one thing.
Yeah. There's one looming behind the supports for the wheel.
There's one on the scale. Oh, actually,
One on the
there's 2 on the
dashboard
scale.
itself.
There's one hiding in the shadows.
Yeah.
And yeah, they replaced my bell with a damn button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we have, I think 2 or 3 attackers, don't we?
Yeah. It's been such a while, though. I honestly don't remember what I gave him last time.
I think it was a Sailor's Courage, because it's the upgrade to the other one.
Draw a recipe.
Well, let's see. Sailor's Cottage. We need...
Yeah. So, 1 in 3 different things and 3 into the other, so yeah. It'll be easier if we use an infusion, though. Maybe 1 for the armor, maybe the code or the fire.
Yeah. Yeah, we need one into charisma, 1 into agility, 1 into defense, and 3 into offense.
Yep. Okay.
In theory, we theory, we could use the Lotus Flower. That would have us needing 4 into Strength and 1 to Charisma. That would get it.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Citrine Theory could handle it. That'd be 2 into Strength, 1 into Agility, and 2 into Charisma. Golden Feather could also do it.
Yeah.
3 into Strength, 1 into Defense.
Yeah.
And maybe throw an Intellect in to round out the flavor. Definitely not Thunder Sage.
I'd say either the Pine Cone or the Chili, I'd say. Probably, how about we go with Chili? That'll give us some nice fire resist. And we'll need to put a little bit of smarts in.
Oh my god! It does come out with the drink.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Call an exterminator, nay.
Yeah, I was just thinking. Well, who do we call for Among Us Pest Control?
I mean, you've seen Death Battle, the Fall Guys.
Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. Something tasty, strong, but hopefully not disastrous.
Very tasty, very strong. You really got the best drinks around.
Yeah. Also, we haven't had a chance yet to actually make that one new recipe, the cursed coffee.
Exactly.
But who to serve it to?
Well, of course we serve it to one of the sus characters.
Happy to hear that, Clay.
Who better to sample the cursed coffee?
Tia, your birthday it seems. How are the archives?
Fun.
Were they? Mayhaps. The bleak stalkers were... bleak? Cute. Cute?
Very. Jade told us where to find the entrance to the archives. But when we got there, we found it surrounded by bleak stalkers.
They were quite numerous. And so... shaped.
I decided to ask them if they could let us through.
And I thought he might need some help with that. So I called on your honey flowers and I extended my divine light to him. It made him glow softly, and they all flocked to him like moths to a gentle flame. Did you know they have velvet wings they can fold into their bodies? I didn't. That's fascinating.
That was so cuddly and showed off their crawling skills in exchange for carrots. I asked them if they'd like to be our tour guides, and they were so excited. They'd never been tour guides before. At first, they thought it involved eating people.
I might have acted a bit standoffish when trying to correct their misconception. Clay was able to convey the message much better. He's very good at explaining things.
Aww.
I gotta go with the second
I'm gonna
one.
go grab my food. So hopefully I don't come up.
Oh, you're up next. You have 2 characters.
Probably.
And that helps them meet them where they're at.
I try to. Everyone has their own way of understanding things. I think that's beautiful.
I envy your empathetic approach to life, Clay.
Thank you, but you've got your own strengths. Like how you're a master of strategy, or how you're so good at making people feel safe.
I suppose we make a great team. The best, I might say.
We made a great team with the Blake Stalkers, too. They led us right inside the archives, which were huge.
Large parts of the Everbloom had collapsed, but even the explorable sections were unbelievably spacious. We had no time for a proper tour, unfortunately. We had to make it back in time for the barbecue, after all. That meant we had to be efficient during our search. Though we did take a break to admire the artist's hall the creatures excitedly led us to. We found abandoned pottery equipment that distracted us a little too much. Using more time than was perhaps appropriate, we molded tiny versions of the little critters as a gift to them.
I loved them.
Afterwards, we split up to cover more ground. Each of us was guided by a group of bleak stalkers. A dangerous choice. That's when the monsters get you. That's what Clay said, so I enchanted the friendship bracelets. That way, they would always sense in which direction the other person was located.
Oh yeah, you can see it on their wrist too.
Oh my, yeah, you're right. They do have friendship bracelets on.
Oh, that's cute. And I think that's an actual magic item too.
So neither of us would get lost.
It was so smart.
It was very useful. I see you kept yours on. I did.
That really helped with navigating around the archives too. It's a beautiful place, you know. I mean, everything's overgrown with vines or withered and full of termites. Well, we could still tell how much care had gone into building it. There was even a kitchenette there that was driven mad by termites singing, he said.
The fuck?
Oh, remember? You have listened to termites singing a fair bit?
I think that's a given after every inn that he visits. He could probably count the number of inns that have termite issues.
Yes, very much so. Some of the tree branches still had leaves on them. and I saw a couple stubborn lotus daisies trying to break through around a rock. I taught the bleak stalkers how to water them. I love drinking out of the watering can. But they also enjoy sharing the water with the lotus daisies. Hopefully they'll grow stronger again soon.
What a shame all the effort that went into building the archives was for nothing.
But it wasn't. It meant something to someone once. And I could still feel that love in it. Even during our visit, maybe it'll even bloom again. It's called the Everbloom, right? Like forever. I wonder who named it. We should go back sometime and see if we can find any information about the archivists. I bet they knew some great drinking games.
Perhaps we should honor their contributions by studying the knowledge they left behind.
I mean, don't we have one of the archivists in Skelly? Why not both? There should be people first, symbols second.
Oh, yes. I guess both would work too. Good idea, Clay. What else did you buy in the archives? Besides friends and the beauty and horrors of time, I mean.
I got a little distracted when I asked our new friends to point me towards the cooking section. It was so vast. I imagine that certain Knoll sisters would really like it. I found so many new bread recipes I can't wait to try out. I also found something for you.
For me?
Yes, a recipe from a book on mixology. First I thought about taking the whole thing along, but it was a giant tome and the Blickstalkers was so attached to it. So I ripped out the page that looked the most interesting.
We thought it would fit your repertoire.
Last Whispers, interesting. Well, that's creepy looking.
Mm-hmm. And I think this is...
Boosts strength and speed and has a tough, if somewhat bitter aftertaste that will awaken your senses. Sometimes all you need is the right balance between elegance and brutal force and a correct translation of an ancient recipe.
And cool. I think this is finally another speed one. Because part of that...
Oh, fuck, yeah, it is.
The only other speed one we've had up until now has been the Swift Strike. So, yeah.
It looks like just an upgrade to it.
Yes, let me see.
Yeah, it includes some damage.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so it's just like with the Sailor's Wonder now. It's a direct upgrade to the previous one.
Yeah, still want to throw this on someone.
Of course you do.
I think it does.
I'm back.
Thank you very much. As for me, I asked them to lead me towards dangerous knowledge and soon found myself in a hidden study. The leaked stalkers didn't want to go inside, like they were scared of its contents. So I rewarded them with some treats and ventured inside alone. Sounds like you got along with them rather well. I grew quite attached. Perhaps I would even call them my favorite animals.
That means we solved your favorite animal quest.
We did. They almost made me want to stay and waste more time. Isn't that strange? Not in the slightest. Time well spent is never wasted. Perhaps you're right. Anyhow, the study. It was a complete mess, full of scriptures, scrolls, and written ramblings that would be forbidden these days. A little exciting. And worrying. The papers I was able to translate spoke of the apocalypse, of the end of it all. There was research on the roots of the Aether Tree and how to unbind them, written with shaking hands and fading ink. Was this the more scholarly or mad scientist type of research? Hard to tell. The lines tend to blur with blasphemy.
Do you know a lot about the Aether Tree? 'Cause Tia made me a whole presentation about it.
I wouldn't mind a refresher.
It's a giant tree.
Good start.
A world tree. That means our world rests on it, in it, around it, somewhere.
In it, mostly. Depends on who you ask.
The dragons got the tree because they created it, maybe. But definitely because they care for us. And since we live in it, should keep existing as it does now, because no one wants their house to crumble. A lot of people will get hurt if something happened to everyone's home.
I like clay. That's true, but luckily for us, damaging the Aether Tree isn't possible. It's larger than we could ever imagine. To us, it's really more of a concept than a tree. And the dragons defend it. Despite their oath of neutrality, they're no easy foes. There is one way. The sigils of Alcahest. The what now? The sigils of Alcahest. They are the key to destroying the Aether Tree, according to the scrolls I studied under the archive's candlelight. Are they some sort of spell? More of a manual to a self-fulfilling prophecy. A way of breaking the cosmos in accordance with its own rules. For the tree to crumble, its foundation must be fractured. The 5 sigils of Alcahest represent the 5 dragons, each of which must be damaged to topple our world's balance. Only then can our cosmos reshape itself. The scroll spoke of experiments for creating a sigil. Unsuccessful experiments. That's reassuring. Not quite. They were only unsuccessful back then. Next to the notes of old, I found others, written on cleaner, newer parchment with unfaded ink. Much of it was incomprehensible, written in languages I've never seen before. But various sketches of whales caught my eye, as did altered frostbite scrolls. That sounds unsettlingly familiar. I fear that the starfall broke a sigil. By ripping holes into Cassiopeia's wings, it destabilized her flight. If she's damaged any further, time could be sent into disarray. Meanwhile, the tsunami, like I heard, didn't just plague the archives. The waves broke down the barriers between the primordial sea and the twilight chasm in ways never seen before. So that's 2 broken sigils. I'm not giving the Satoshi answer.
That's not that big of a
Oh,
deal.
come on!
Yeah.
He's not that. Wait. Hang on, let me just open my OneNote on one of my screens and look at my long list of things I have said that's a future Satoshi problem for.
Yes, also this was a note from future Satoshi. Fuck you, past Satoshi, apparently.
Oh, I'm pretty sure future Satoshi, if he could, if he knew it wouldn't kill him, would probably come back and strangle his past self for being so stupid.
Yeah, I believe it.
Impossible.
That's not good. What an incredible understatement. To witness one such sigil fracture would be anxiety-inducing enough. Knowing it has happened to 2 will keep me up for many nights. It's not 2, it's 3. 3? Alongside the notes, I found an old map with fresh markings. All the names were outdated, but the intention was clear. Marked were the 5 interplanar portals. 30 years ago, the sudden appearance tore fissures into Gaia. I believe they were the first sigil.
Bad, right?
Very. Who could have done this? I don't know. And why, of all things? If the Aether Tree collapsed or even shifted from its perfect balance, the destruction would end us all.
Who would want that?
Well, I'm thinking rationally, that's for sure.
I love that last one. That's so Satoshi.
I mean, he would try to pull it off, like... You know, at this point, there are probably so much shit that he's got a thumb in that people probably assume, okay, what the fuck did you do this time?
Yeah.
And this also feels like it echoes a bit too familiar, because remember, recently in Final Fantasy XIV, I was dealing with the effects of someone trying to bring about the end of days because they had a very strong nihilistic view of the world and were just wanted to not just go out, but to take everyone with them.
This isn't Gaius, is it?
You know,
or is it the other guy?
Yeah.
Actually, it's a bad when, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, when that revelation came, a nickname, in Com 1, there was a part of me that wanted to comment, I had nothing to do with it.
That.
When it actually came out what it was.
Guess
I didn't do it.
Guess, yeah. Oof, that.
Okay, the clicky clackies from the skull. Got it. I was trying to figure out where the source of the noise was.
It's you, Orsk. You're the.
Yeah, it's my skull. Yeah. Also, with the skull on the shoulder like that, our lovable clay does remind me a bit of Vulcan.
Oh dear.
Because remember, the actual depictions of Vulcan, he has the skull of a salamander on that shoulder. Hey, Ma, I have a good reason for it.
I guess, what else can I say about Vulcan lives?
Maybe we can talk them out of it.
I doubt it. Me too. Whoever it may be that's causing this, they only have 2 sigils left. Or would be quite bad, right? Don't they say that waking the Elder Dragon will start the apocalypse? They do.
I feel like there's too many ways to start the apocalypse.
Maybe they're all connected. And waking will break the last sigil. Although, I like to think breaking all the sigils is indeed impossible. Because it's impossible to reach Tuat in the spirit realm, correct? It's not exactly impossible. One can make it to the spirit dragon via the astral sea at the dawn of the dying moon.
That's in 5 days, right?
Yes, but worry not. To reach such a specific location within the astral realm, very specific rituals are necessary. And Gaia's portal to Cassiopeia is indispensable. Said portal is located in and safely protected by the Aperture, the stronghold of the Order of Starlight. Its rituals must be performed with outstanding accuracy to withstand the treacherous astral currents. Only the highest-ranking members of the Order are privy to this knowledge. And I guarantee you, all of us would rather die than aid in the destruction of this world. If the rest of them are half as stubborn as you are, I think we're well protected. Exactly.
Oh. Want us to go through a number of overly complicated rituals.
Oh. That's good then. The rest is worse. What's bad is that we don't know who's behind this. Or why. By the dragons of the endless horizon, anyone would desire something so vile. I can already sense your next quest. Can I offer you a drink first? Your throat must be dry from all that exposition. I wouldn't say no to a drink. Perhaps something that'll keep my mind intact, defended from lunacy. I feel like I'm going mad. Say no more.
Here, have some cursed coffee. But no, it sounds like she wants defense, not offense.
Yeah. Yep, defense.
Yep, offense. And we got a few of those.
Steel tonic.
Yep, that's a recent one.
Mm-hmm.
First, no. And I think the other one's, yeah, frosted. Okay, maybe the one with a little bit of charisma.
Frosted Lagoon, then?
Yeah, Frosted Lagoon seems to be a good idea. Because remember, she's not exactly a people person.
Mm-hmm. So, need a little bit of strength and charisma.
So it looks like 1 and 2 stats and 3 and 2 another.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something with inspiration. Actually, probably wouldn't be the Thunder Sage, because that's int related. Would the honey flower work?
Yeah, definitely not the Thunder Sage. And no, because remember, we need a charisma, 1 charisma and 1 strength.
Got it. Could get some frost armor, perhaps, then. Or what about stuff that gives blessed? Maybe, yeah, maybe a citrine. That should work. So we already got the negative in charisma dealt with.
A delicious defense against the absurdity of evil plots. Thank you. This makes me feel a little less conspiratorial. I needed a breather.
You know what else would make for a great breather?
Fable's barbecue.
Exactly.
Oh.
Wait, but Fable's gone, so there's no barbecue, is there?
Oh.
Unless it was a barbecue being done by members of her family or whatever. So I don't think she herself was the cook.
But it's one that she put together.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
There's reason why it's generally not a good idea to go off all half-cocked with, especially for quests that you have a good personal stake in.
Look, I'll be fine. This Kitsune I met said I'll be fine.
You're right. That would be quite pleasant right now. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think the barbecue is happening today. Fable hasn't returned from their quest yet.
Oh. What quest are they on?
Finding Melina.
But we just saw Melee on the way here.
Perhaps they found another quest while out. Heroism can be infectious like that. Innkeep, what kind of drink did you mix them? None.
Maybe we should go look for them.
Maybe so.
Oh no.
Scorpio, look at your third screen and tell us what we need to say here.
Oh no.
Remember, the walkthrough basically only says what drinks you need to make and the missions are the only thing that matter. The talking in between, you could go either way. It won't affect the story, except flavor text.
We might want to...
So this is an in-between thing, I believe.
Yes, probably say please do, because I think you're going to go off and do it regardless, I'd wager.
Yeah. At this point, I am legit worried about them because, yeah, Melly did end up turning back up on their own. The faith we had in her was so well placed.
I mean, cats have 9 lives.
But Melly has been just earning her title as being a great detective.
Yep.
Please do. No one has seen them in days. And the last things I'd said to them, I hate for those to be for those words to stay the last. Please help me find them. Of course. I'm sure they could slay any monsters without us, but some extra hands couldn't hurt.
But you'll have to deliver your apologies yourself.
I'll slay that beast when it comes to it. Very well. But first we must solve our urgent sigil problem. I feel like we're just missing one piece.
Oh, here comes Scorpio. He's looking a little dashing.
A piece of what? Cake? I'd like to order my usual cake, innkeeper.
I don't serve cake. Never have.
Oh, maybe you should. Another delicious delicacy would be...
Also, still no blood.
Oh. Aw. The sorrow I'm feeling almost equals to the grief I felt after the vampire glitter competition of 1389.
Oh.
Please tell me they're not referencing that.
No.
Yes, they are.
Oh. Glitter. Ew. Get
Oh?
that out of it. Oh.
I had run out of glitter.
I could serve you one of my usual drinks to alleviate some of that heartache.
That would be splendid. I'd like something to enhance my immortal strength. No shopping bags shall hold me back today.
Strength, huh? Ooh, maybe a chance to finally use that recipe.
Oh shit, Kyle's
Oh.
off during the day.
Oh yeah, remember he's got the sunscreen.
Okay.
I'll see what I can do.
Yes.
I just realized there was an manga hanging from the coat rack.
Yep. But now we can finally serve Scorpio his cursed coffee.
And I'm drinking coffee right now. Yay!
Ooh, and we can give him some Thunder Sage too. Let's give him some inspiration with his cursed delicacy. And that's how Satoshi explodes.
You know, I don't know why my first thought just reminded of that Futurama episode. You know what?
You might want to look at the defense.
Emergency meeting.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just noticed there's one hiding behind a paper on the board as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, those little things are getting everywhere.
Oh, there's one in the liquid behind the Eli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a real pest problem here.
Yeah. They just seem to
That
get
one
everywhere.
behind the vampire, is that in his hair or is that up on the rack?
I think it's on the rack.
Apparently the birds don't like them. Or the familiars don't either.
Yeah.
We'll probably find out, but there hasn't been any Among Us characters in the characters themselves. It's all been background.
Hey, here, with all the strength of a raging fire.
Strength of
Thank
a
you, dear innkeeper.
Mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
Yep, I saw that coming.
I can't help myself.
My blood is boiling with euphoria.
Any particular reason for your shopping trip?
A very particular one, dear innkeeper. It is a matter of life and death. I must head out to purchase this wondrous sustenance known as comfort food immediately.
Do you know what comfort food is?
Nope. I haven't the slightest idea. But it is rumored to restore you mortals back to full health. I'm afraid Ria will perish should she not receive it.
That sounds serious. Has she fallen ill?
A fatal case of something she called being in the zone. I assume it's highly dangerous.
Oh, brother.
Oh dear god, now I got that fucking saying it stuck in my head. If you know the old AutoZone commercials, I don't know if they still do it. She's refused to move away from her drawing board for over a year now. She's even threw me out of the room upstairs when I offered her a blood pellet snack. How will her body handle another year without food?
I have some good news for you. Rhea hasn't been sketching for a year. You guys checked in yesterday.
How fortunate!
And as for your legendary item, you should ask her about it. Generally, everyone has a different idea of what they consider comfort food.
Wondrous.
Something tells me you should give her some time before you go back upstairs to ask.
Why?
Eh.
I mean, technically both are not incorrect.
Fair.
Her patience is on cooldown.
I don't think Ria is cold. Her room was very well heated. Anything, I think she's a very warm person.
Right.
Eh.
Though I suppose she seemed a bit cold when I offered her blood.
Let's give her some time to warm up again.
Very well. I shall remain for a while. And once I have acquired the correct comfort food, I will make sure my friend eats every last bite.
Someone sound sleepy.
Sleepy bean.
Like a
Did
vampiric
you
mother
get any
hen
sleep
to a
last night?
vampiric chick. Yes, I have. I got.
Did you?
Yes, I got 5 hours of sleep.
You're still a little short there, buddy.
Come on, I'm sure you can survive off 2 hours of sleep.
The generally accepted acted range is 6 to 8.
I mean, there is that beautician Orsk mentioned.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's not you.
I mean, who knows? Maybe he could survive without sleep for all we know. We've never really tested it that way. I didn't know there were vampire chickens.
Yeah, I'm not so cavalier about testing that thing out. There aren't. Do you know that for certain? Yes.
I could have sworn the one at my family's estate had fangs.
I mean, how? I mean, would it at all be possible to embrace a chicken?
Yes, you probably could. Remember, all you gotta do in order to suck out all the blood and put a little bit of your own into it, at least by World of Darkness perspective. So theoretically, it's probably been done.
Why do I have this image?
Remember, Big D did talk about the actually, no, those were camel ghouls, not vampires. But who knows?
Yeah, but now I got this image in my head of a Nosferatu going and performing the embrace on a chicken, and then just I
mean, chickens are one of those things that nobody expects will fucking savage you.
I mean, yeah, they will. Have you ever played any Zelda game?
Oh god, yes. Actually, no. If you want to be evil, embrace the Canadian goose. They're fucking savage as it is.
Oh god, now I'm starting to think about, okay, how would what would a Nosferatu chicken look like?
Very nasty, but now we need to bring up what would happen when the Zamiske makes the actual Gudra. The Goose Hydra.
Oh.
Didn't the Gudra technically happen?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a wormhole that we have just stumbled across. And I'm not sure how far, how deep we should go, because oh sweet mercy. Chickens can't develop teeth. Oh god,
And here I thought we were comrades in blood hunger.
And now my mind is going to like, am I going to have to at some point in a World of Darkness campaign stat out some vampire chickens?
I mean, I think over in the Mage book there is stats for a chicken, I think.
Oh god, a chicken, a vampire chicken with high levels of potence. Or domination. Oh my god, oh crap, I am going there.
Wait, now imagine it's like, once it's high enough, assume its old form as dinosaur.
I mean, if you really want to, you could make one of the were dinosaurs be a fucking chicken. Who knows what happens down in Alabama?
Oh god. A reminder of what.
Were dino.
A reminder to why the World of Darkness setting is in the same place, can be so cool and so dark, and in the very same breath, so incredibly batshit crazy.
I mean, remember what Speaker Dave said. He did bring up that lovely moment when the entire world was held at Zeppelin gunpoint by one person.
Yeah, and then after all that was said and done, everyone forgot about it because the New World Order covered it up.
Well, of course. And as I'm even talking about all the Nazis in the Hollow Earth, or the battles around the moon of Jupiter in between the mages, and what else is out there.
Or the fact that there's a corporation putting using demon flesh in their burgers.
Oh yes.
Demon.
I'm looking forward to the HTP thing where we get to see what happened when Door and Boy go to pay that establishment a visit.
Indeed.
Because oh god, especially considering that we'll end up learning that apparently that very location is a right kitty corner to the 99p store that Big D went to.
Yep, literally like right next to it. Literally, you can, as soon as you walk out of it, you can see it right there.
Again, it probably says something that ever since I've been introduced to that, my mind has just been going into various degrees of WOD with just about everything I see crop up.
Oh, that's the thing there now. It's the world just below what we understand and see normally. So very much we can look at normal stuff in our own reality and be like, we can see what like the undertones would be in like this circumstance.
I mean,
like that house over there with them with the farmland. Perfectly normal people, but if you really saw the actual things that they've done, the spirits that linger from all their past victims.
I mean, heck, that's kind of one of the ideas that I'm kind of running with for that little one shot that I'm planning. We'll see, but yeah, we're going into those getting quickly sidetracks mode again. But how can we not? Vampire chickens.
Well, yes.
I actually don't think vampire Immortal Darkness is a thing, because you need like a soul to lose or something, I think.
Well, I know we can definitely Google it, but it's a bit up in air whether or not we can actually do that with an actual chicken. Or at least, I know we can Google chicken, but whether or not we can embrace it, that is some deep lore I have not looked into yet.
Oh, we've really gone off the deep end here.
Chickens are still very fascinating all on their own. Did you know they have very colorful dreams?
Oh dear.
Oh wait, if that's right, then that means Faye could probably get their glamour off of chickens too. Then, because remember, that's what their specific flavor of "this is how we don't die."
Oh no. Oh no, let's not bring the pain to this. This is getting complicated enough as it is.
What, you don't want the ball of insanity, as Speaker D lovingly put it, to be spoken about?
You are a fae. Did you forget that?
Oh, that's fair. Oh, actually, if you're a fae, and if we're talking what, I'm pretty certain I know what kith you're part of then.
I'm probably going to regret this, but do tell.
There is one kith that's known for helping serve others and the like here now. One second. I can recall what they look like. I do not recall the actual name of that kith. But they are the first one in the actual book that is spoken about.
Oh my goodness.
Changeling to Dreaming, go to 20th. That would be a Bogan. Bogans value hard work and hospitality above all things. They always take great delight in simple earthly pleasures such as good food and drink, a warm fire, and comfortable chair for sitting and reading. They have well-established reputations for their hard work and integrity. Said that a bogan is as honest as the calluses on his hands. They are also known to be busybodies. If you need to know what's going on at court, ask a bogan. He will almost always be up to date on the current gossip and intrigue. Born of dreams of charity, service, and vengeance.
That seems to describe the innkeeper here to a T.
Yep, and here's the little, blurb. I've cleaned up the freehold, fed the menagerie, and mended the Duke's favorite robe. Just a few more things to take care of. I should be ready to leave for the quest by noon. And for Lifesavers, comfort is of utmost importance to Bogans. A well-stocked pantry, comfortable furniture, and an assortment of favorite drinks are essential to a Bogan home.
Oh, God.
But yes, that is probably what you would count as, at least in this game, as a Bogan. They are a fun sort.
Right.
Although I could also see maybe a knocker, but probably definitely a Bogan.
Oh. Oh, that's nice.
Yes. I once helped a wild hen with her dream journal. I'll introduce you to sometime. My favorite thing about chicken is that they purr when they're happy, which is true.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they do. I just googled it.
Yeah, they do.
Huh. You learn something new every day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, that is... I don't know how that looks or sounds, even. I never thought purring chickens.
Yeah.
What charming creatures! The more I learn, the more they remind me of vampires.
If he if he starts purring, I'm out.
So simple, sweet, and ferocious, yet their origin harbors one of the greatest mysteries of life. What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Oh dear. Please, so we're not gonna get into this debate now.
Didn't Sam and Max technically show us the answer to that debate?
Yeah. We, in fact, we know the guy, Mr. Featherly.
Indeed.
Yeah, the chicken. Not going to weigh in? I am intellectually withdrawing myself from this conversation.
But unlike this unsolved mystery, I do know how vampires were created.
I'm trying to resist the urge to go into WoD vampire lore now. Gosh darn Canaanites! Would you mind elaborating? Weren't you intellectually withdrawing? As a cleric of Cassiopeia, humility is a lifelong objective that I strive towards. As such, I must admit when I need to concede words spoken in haste. Which would be now, I suppose. Please, Kyle, if you wouldn't mind expanding on what you just said.
Certainly. It must have been over 5 centuries ago when a scholar stole some of the immortal blood of the dragons. The scholar offered it to Queen Annabeth, who would become the vampire's monarch.
I have never heard of Queen Annabeth. I think that was just the plot of a really challenging board game, Kyle.
Oh. You're right. So then, Mike was real after all?
Mike.
Yes, it's all coming back to me now. The first vampire that walked this world was the infamous
Michaela or Michael.
Mikhail.
With that kind of a naming thing, sounds like sounds like a potential fallen angel in this world.
But most of us call him Mike.
I mean, it's not like...
I really don't blame them. He had a very close connection to the spirit dragon in his domain. Eventually, Mike struck a deal with Tut. In exchange for guarding the dragon's realm, he would get to live forever.
But that didn't work out, I guess.
Old Mike didn't read the fine print. The spirit dragon turned out to be a trickster. Tut turned him into a new form of undead creature, invulnerable to age and disease, but still weak to the blade. Blood was the only thing he could stomach to consume, and with time, even sunlight became intolerable. Mike was no longer welcome among the living, but the dead didn't want him either. And that's how the first vampire was created. You know, I know this is out of character, but am I the only one that's seen Pinkie Pie and then she does that line? That's how Equestria was made. Because it's so jarring and out of left field.
Yeah. Yeah, not the same as vampires being basically the blood spawns on of the first murderer, but not that, but still somewhat in the ballpark, I'd say, for this version of how vampires were created. Fascinating. There's so little known about the spirit dragon and his realm. Kyle, just how do you possess knowledge that's considered ancient by today's standards?
What knowledge?
The knowledge you just told us about.
Ah! I stumbled upon it in a grimoire I bought the other day at the local bookstore.
Nope, that was the vampire romance book Carolyn recommended to you. Try again.
Oh. But of course. Dear Evelyn was such a history fanatic. How could I not pick up on a few stories? That was one of her favorites. I still dream of her delightfully beautiful countenance as she narrated tales until the intruder stopped screaming. You always told the story of our progenitor Mike so softly.
You mean progenitor?
Hush.
No.
Hush your voice in my head.
One more for the list.
She would cradle a vial of his blood, and her tone would turn so reverent. A secret to share just with me, she would say. Oh. I didn't mean to break the last oath between us as well.
I'm sure we can help you keep this a secret, right?
A secret between new friends. Thankfully, I'm back from using the restroom.
If secrecy is how we can repay you for sharing this with us, then so be it. Since you seem to have been very close to her, I wanted to let you know. We traveled past Marrow Castle on our way back. It looked awfully damaged. The destruction looked so fresh, if only we had passed by earlier. Clay even spied a heavily armored silhouette a short distance away from what remained of the castle walls. We hurried over as quickly as possible, but the shadow was gone by the time we got there. As it was, only rubble remained.
Was my dear Evelyn unharmed?
Oh, I don't know. The castle looked abandoned, like a ruin.
My Evelyn, what horrid fiend could have inflicted such damage? She must have fought back fiercely.
Wait a tick. If the vampires were meant to be the protectors to the Dream Dragon's realm, and the Dream and the original are the last two left, this might be our last bit for that quest.
May her opponents suffer twice the damage they inflicted upon her. What I wouldn't give to know her safe. I think I need to go ask Rhea about her comfort food.
You know, it is kind of impressive that, as fragmented as mine is, he does seem to have such good knowledge of the origin of vampires compared to what a lot of your average vampires and what a WoD can have of knowing their history, or more so, not knowing their history.
I mean, there are so many cases as well. Just because the character is an idiot doesn't mean that they don't have those few segments of lucidity, that they have deep knowledge of nuggets that they pass on.
So you mean like the brief moments where Satoshi's a little bit sane?
You know what? Let's be honest. Satoshi has never been sane for a while now.
Yeah.
Let's give him some time to come to terms with what he just learned. Oh, look who's back.
Oh my, a lot of me.
And there's another one.
Yep.
Oh,
there's even another one to the far left.
Yeah.
Up on top
Oh, you see? Oh my god, maybe they are other characters, because... Oh wait, no, that's the Raven. Where was it?
That's the Raven.
Yeah, where it was standing a moment, it looked like a fucking Among Us character. Get from behind the hat.
Greetings, brave adventurers.
Great moral innkeeper.
There seem to be a few more bones than usual with you, Scully.
You observe correctly, my friend. They are wonderful parting gifts, aren't they? Sure are.
Yeah, care to bring me up to speed, Carolyn?
No.
Nah, you'll survive being left hanging for a few more minutes.
God damn it!
Like her nose.
I did not. I swear I wasn't sharing a brain cell.
Eh,
I just seen her lick her nose. Oh my god,
Yeah.
is that a new animation for her? Because I've never seen her do that.
Maybe. I mean, she's a lot more open with us than she used to be.
yeah.
You're bullying me. You're bullying your innkeeper, Carolyn.
Patience, young innkeep. Scully has been waiting to tell you this story since we left the Pale Woods. I will try to compose myself. This tale deserves the cracking of every last one of my rhetorical knuckles. Let us recount our tale properly, damn Callan. Hang on. I think I could go for one of your drinks first.
That can be arranged.
Something to keep my strength up. Didn't get to flex my muscles much during our quest. Good one might net you a story.
No pressure, Carolyn. Keeping her strength up.
You really need to replace that tea. I don't want among IT.
Should we give her the coffee?
Unless you really want it.
No, that tea's getting tossed.
I mean, you could say the tea's a little sus.
Alright, fine. You can have the tea then.
No, we're making the sus out of tea. Or possibly the other way around.
So, she wants strength. Should we give her the coffee, or the sailor's cottage, or the southern brawler?
I mean, the Southern Brother is the weaker version of the Sailor's Courage.
Fair.
How about cursed coffee? Yes. A little bit of brains and agility to go along with it.
Alright.
That means we can give her some Thunder Sage for some inspiration. Oh, wrong one. We need to give that to Ando.
Alright.
And a little bit of defense.
See how a pest control specialist get rid of these little suckers. A great drink for a great story.
And they also replaced your normal button.
Indeed, aren't you lucky?
Yeah, I think luck has nothing to do with it.
Perhaps not.
I might have something else to cheer you up.
Oh.
Melly's back.
Oh.
Relieved?
Like a great sword's been lifted off my shoulders. Is she alright?
Yeah, we're slowly getting everyone's pages filled.
Uh-huh.
Yes, though you might prefer to see for yourself. She and Dave left me their address to give to you.
Who?
Ah, you know them.
Right, got it. Only one person would fit such an uninspired name. They better have apologize to Nelly or else.
You'll have to find out the details for yourself. Just don't keep them waiting for too long.
Don't need to tell me that. Fab wasn't back then.
No.
Sure, taking their time.
Feel like looking for them yet?
No, they're capable. Just my patience is starting to wear thin.
You had some to begin with?
You're pretty chatty for someone within great sword distance.
Right. Can I interest you in one of my drinks as well, Scully?
With an offer like that, my friend, how can a skeleton say no? Perhaps something to enhance my aura, I would like to do the proclamation of my tail proper justice. I do like the voice I gave Scully.
Yes, very, very dapper.
So we need a cut.
Well, I'm trying to lay into the announcer from Avatar Korra. Like the old-timey-wimey sound to him.
You know, I didn't even think about that till you brought it up, but it's been a while since I've...
So, 1,000 winds, sunny breeze,
Yeah, even though I was...
or the spoken heart. Oh, sorry, please continue.
Spoken... let's see, spoken heart, what's the other two?
We got the 1,000 winds, and the sunny breeze.
A bit of sunny breeze, a little bit of charisma, a little bit of brains, a little bit of dexterity. That means we can also put in a thunder sage. But yeah, that's... Even though I wasn't the greatest fan of Avatar Korra, I definitely felt it was the weaker between Atla and Korra. And one bit of dexterity.
Alright. There we go, there we go. Still need to work my way through Korra.
Yeah.
Especially considering we're eventually getting a third Avatar series.
Yeah, that one's... we've already heard about that one, and now it sounds interesting.
Yeah. What little I heard is probably more speculation than anything, because...
Yeah.
The most speculation I've seen of it was basically like saying like how the actual avatars in the world call out Korra as being one of the worst.
Yeah, Korra. There are good points and there are bad points with that series.
Won't be released until at least 2027, so we still got time.
Hey.
Yeah.
Please enjoy.
Oh my. They say manhood maketh man, but this drink alone has invigorated me plenty. I can almost feel the warmth of flesh on my bones again.
Pleasure to be of service?
My request was confusing. Inspiring.
Yeah, my favorite flavor of Quest.
Not enough fighting, in my opinion. Felt like my muscles were wasting away on the way back here. But the most important must of all, received a superb workout nonetheless. The brain. Metaphorically for me, of course.
I've been wondering about that actually.
No. We're not even gonna get started on that topic. I do have to agree, my friend. Let's not get distracted.
Well, it's not like that hasn't happened enough already on this stream.
Oh, fair.
Seriously, I'm still. Part of me still just doesn't necessarily want to let go of freaking vampire chickens.
Yes. Oh, I would be delighted to share my theories with you and keep. Let me know when you have an hour to spare, or 5. Now back to the task at hand. Now, we started by making our way westwards, though our progress was slow.
Any complications?
Yes, quite a few, in fact. Before embarking on this journey, I was woefully ignorant about the politeness of Fasoan farmers. They're less than ideal weather conditions. The flood had ruined a lot of crops. And now this pesky undead problem. I was stricken with empathy for the struggle. The least we could have done was offer up a means of transportation for any soul looking for a better life further north. So we switched carriages. 3 times. By the 3rd time we had gotten so far upward that the whole day the rest to get back on track on foot. But once our hike was over, we did get to spend a wonderful afternoon with Dame Carolyn's cousin, Lady Danica, of course. That was nice, I guess.
Yeah, the cousin of the undead snail problem, yes? Did you manage to liven up that garden, Burr?
Hi, Chaco.
Hello.
Sure did. The rest had to set out some cabbage to lead them somewhere we wouldn't be damaging any crops and... But just one magnificent strike. Truly a sight to behold. It was just some undead snails, no need to have got him so excited. To match the excitement, Lady Danica served us some positively delightful cups of tea. Better than the accompanying finger sandwiches were some new facts I had gleaned from observing the snails themselves. Even lacking stews, it's...
What game is this?
Tavern Talk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Cool.
Even lacking sows, they still displayed some pack behavior. They acted nothing like real animals, of course, but somehow I was struck with empathy for their plight. To unconsciously seek out a man of instinctual action. Despite the lack of anything to grant them a conscious objective, of course. Is there a more transparent yearning for purpose than that? My apologies. It appears they say about old age is true. You can't help but philosophize.
And you couldn't help but relate?
In a way, of course. One can't help but wonder whether any choice I make is truly my own, or just a post-mortem reflex of these old bones. Perhaps even my thirst for knowledge.
And yet your enjoyment of it seems genuine.
Wait a moment now. We have Scully here, who was one of the archivists of the library. The other two on the first side of the room went to.
That has some potential.
Yeah, definitely. Truly, Innkeeper, you have a way with words.
Just lots of experience.
Though they may be, my worries seem rather foolish now. I count myself as quite fortuitous that despite all that my memory lacks, I can delight in yearning it all again. Does it really matter then where such an urge comes from? Anyhow, my apologies, damn Callan, I completely derailed our epic tale. Allow me to make up for continuing post-haste. We departed after that lovely cup of tea and finally headed for the Pale Woods. Lady Danica to provide us with a cart and a trusty steed, a cow with the most lovely temperament. Her name's Lieslot. I met her to greet the gentleman that passed us on our way to the woods. What magnificent shadow armor he was wearing! Something about it just felt oddly familiar. Perhaps it was only my hope that we would look just as gallant after our quest.
Shadow armor. Why does that make not instill a sense of foreboding?
Yeah.
Because, Hoodalally.
Yeah. Lieslot valiantly took us to the edge of the forest where maliciousness permeated the very air we breathed. What he means is, it stunk real bad.
And now my mind is going in another direction. Just that very fancy way of describing what you could very easily say is it stank, is taking me back to what we were watching the other night.
Which one? You gotta be more precise. You talking about the corpses?
No, I mean, just Scully, just him having such a very verbose way of saying it stank. Reminded me of a little bit. Because remember, one of the things we were watching last night before I had to go to my game, and there was one particular scene that was an exercise in your knowledge of the English language and trying to discover what it was describing.
Yeah, exactly.
That there.
Fair.
Sorry, my mind went on that little side
worries.
tangent because.
No worries.
At least Scully here is a lot more pleasant versus some of the stuff that came up in that.
Yeah.
No,
Sadly, though, that is the last of those podcasts.
Yep. And considering certain things that have happened, not likely going to be seeing any more anytime soon. Possibly at all.
Nope, at least not from that universe. Thankfully, though, we'll have more stuff from another.
Indeed.
We left Lisa a lot there, sparing her the stench. Seemed like the right thing to do. And forth we ventured. Didn't take long to find what we were looking for. The place was crawling with them. which also explained the flippin' smell. For some reason, my asthma didn't seem to bother me much.
Gee, I wonder why.
Most respectfully, you don't have a nose.
Oh, of course.
Oh, and it's probably worse for Caroline. 'Cause
Yes.
canine.
There was a veritable horde before us, an army of undead creatures shambling their way through the forest. One not three at a time. They were awfully interested in those trees, it's true. Yeah, I was itching to tear into them. But remembering the plan, I stepped back, with a hand on my greatsword. The crucial part of a successful negotiation is that you don't go into it blind, and so we observed. The undead creatures were displaying similar patterns to those snails. They weren't just standing around senselessly. They seemed to be following a pack leader. A representative that simplified things considerably. My first course of action was clear. I let Dame Calla know of my intentions. Seemed reasonable enough. While I suckered a group to get to the leader of the front, she remained hidden in the shadows of the thicket. I walked up to the leader, now skeleton, making sure I displayed an open, respectful disposition.
I suppose they were not open and respectful in return?
Nope. Before I could even react, the skeleton had bitten down on Skelly's arm. Agony. That is what I would have said if I hadn't been protected by my frostum and your excellent drink mixing skills.
Always glad to hear my drinks are protecting my clients on their quests.
My friend, your drinks are astonishingly potent, maybe too potent. As soon as the undead creature bit down, their teeth shouted upon impact. The leader recalled immediately. All the others surrounding us froze. The leader fell to the ground, cradling their face with their hands. Curiously, when they regained composure, their expression was filled with joy. Still no idea how you can read an expression on a skull. They were acting quite expressive for a skeleton. So how do you feel on this day?
They mostly express themselves through vibes.
I mean, spooky, scary skeletons.
Interesting. A Kickstarter for an after role-playing game. Cool. That sounds like some of your usual blip. But this time I'm almost willing to believe you. Excuse me, what exactly are vibes, my friend? Have fun explaining that one.
I guess you can think of them as some kind of aura that someone gives off.
Fascinating. That sounds quite powerful. Could one harvest them like magic? If we're talking about a certain teddy bear, yes, theoretically you could.
I mean, given how
I know the kids today want to sell off the teddy bear.
As much as I bitch about the teddy bear, there's a part of me, deep, deep in the far reaches of the galaxy, that wants to make peace with the teddy bear. But it's deep, deep in the galaxy. where you could say it doesn't exist at all. But it's there. Somewhere.
Very locked up with good boy, I wager.
So basically, you need to play. Need to go and play some No Man's Sky to get deep enough to actually get to that little voice.
To put it simply, out of character, the individuals that he's probably bitched about and made enemies with, it would probably, you would have to essentially probably fly to the deepest recesses of No Man's Sky to where it reaches a point to where he will actually bury the hatchet and consider them allies. Or be more not wanting to screw them over in some way.
Yeah.
That or hell will freeze over.
Yeah. Though my attention, since again my mind seems like to do that. That might be interesting to actually go and try that game out on stream at least once at some point.
No Man's Sky?
Yep.
I will say that from what I've heard, it's a lot better than when it first released.
Yeah,
especially
it's an
the
actual game
multiplayer.
now,
Yeah.
rather than what it started off as.
Hopefully, I'll have better luck than I did when I first tried to dabble in it a little, because I had a hard time getting forward and exploring on the first planet I ended up on, because I ended up with my luck. That first planet that got generated for me when I decided to give it a test run was a frozen planet.
Oh, nay, it's currently on sale at the moment, 60% off.
Oh,
God, nice.
I may have to take a look-see.
1 second. It is verified Steam Deck compatibility.
Oh. Interesting.
Do I want to?
Well, I mean, it's currently 31 Canadian at the moment, so it's probably like 24 or 25 your guys' bucks.
23, but it might vary based on state tax and whatever.
Fair.
Yep. 24 bucks on my end. I will have to give this some thought.
Well, you got until apparently the 9th of this month before the promotion ends.
Yeah. Yeah. So if I do end up picking it up and doing it on stream, I think I should be able to just get started on a planet where I can actually go out and explore properly and not have to go where I can't go like 10 feet without having to run back to shelter because my temperature is dropping to dangerously low levels and I need to warm up.
Good question.
Because oh.
And maybe you might be lucky, and perhaps we could also try it Oh shit, actually, if we try it multiplayer, we'd probably have to coordinate and make sure we are fucking near each other.
We'll cross that bridge should we get to it. Because, yeah, let's get back to the story.
Yes. Oh, it also supports cross-save nowadays. So PC, cool. PS4, PS5, PS5 Pro, Xbone, Series X, Game Pass, GOG, Switch, Steam Deck, and PlayStation VR 1 and 2 and PC VR all can share the same worlds.
Oh, so crossplay. That's good.
Yep.
Very
I'm just
nice.
going through and just reading what's in there. But yeah, now including is in there. So yeah, it sounds like it's come a long way.
Indeed.
I mean, it's one of those success stories where it was released shit, but they managed to course correct, and it's now a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Very rare, but I commend them.
Indeed.
Yep. Kudos to sticking to your guns and working hard to ultimately deliver the game you promised.
Yep.
That, and I think it was a case of like over-promising, but still, at least they did, and it didn't fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, they put the work in.
But back to this game.
Mm-hmm.
The teeth shattering was quite worrying. It made me re-examine the bite marks on the tree marks around us. Peculiarly, the bite marks here were quite a bit more shallow than what we've seen in other parts of the forest.
Which means...
Oh, those undead creatures had severe dental issues. The leader was so happy because the frost armor's chill was dulling their pain. The others' teeth were all in truly poor condition. Looking at the behavior, that seemed to be causing them severe pain. Coupled with their hunger for trees, it became a never-ending cycle of suffering. Should have never gotten so bad. I asked them why they hadn't reported the issue to the necromancer. It was clearly starting to impact fulfillment of their objective. That got them really heated. They tried to rip Scully apart again. A damn Carolyn skillfully resolved the issue with a bit of intimidation. Turns out, they didn't even have dental.
Oh, they didn't even have dental. What's the world coming to? Carolyn?
I'm with Scully on this one. They had no benefits, nothing. They were just expected to be quiet and follow orders. That doesn't sound right to me. It's a scam, that's what it is. No sick leave, no compensation, no PTO. They didn't want to hear it. But doing what we love, you don't need any fancy benefits.
Oh, that feels like that is a line that can lead into a big kettle of fish right there.
Yeah.
They should have seen the state they were in. I couldn't even take a proper chomp out of the trees out of bark anymore. What would happen when the teeth deteriorated even further?
The necromancer would replace them with another undead creature in a heartbeat.
Oh, God.
That was when Scully really got to him, I think. The words were just pouring out of my mouth, and I was elated. They were the right ones. The lighter affecting up the last time I really dazzled them, too. Any skeleton worth their calcium should be able to acquire such armor. They needn't be bound by any such neglectful necromancer. My apologies. It appears I somewhat lost my composure just now. You might soon be contacted to host the first UFU gathering and keep Union for undead.
Oh dear.
Congratulations, you're one of the representatives.
Great. So we've got the undead unionizing now.
I mean, this is going directions I never thought would be possible.
I mean, the hordes of shambling undead is forming a union, which means, union reps, and full benefits and all that. Yeah, I didn't see it going this route.
When in doubt, unionize.
UFU 1755, never forget your roots.
You're welcome to this at any time.
I think they really want to improve their situation. Most respectfully, they promise to leave the Pale Woods alone as well. one of you, if you goes to find a more sustainable way to deal with the obsession eventually. They're heading for the necromancer now. There are a bunch of demands to settle. They graced us with a great deal of parting gifts before we left. We got the havocs that broke off of one of them when they attacked Dame Carolyn. They'll even gave me the teeth that we couldn't put back into the skull. Oh, and this eyeball. I'm overjoyed we managed to resolve our quest in a peaceful manner. Can't deny your resolution was pretty effective.
Good to know you're both happy with how it ended. Those are the outcomes I most enjoy hearing about from my patrons.
Oh! But we did get you something else as well in keep. Alright. Here. The trees look really chewed on and dead. But the berries seem like they were thriving. They're the one Elfies was going on about. Not like they're here to appreciate them now, but so I guess you can have them. Just decide some to make Fairboy drink when they're back. New infusion, I wager.
Sounds fair. Ghostberry.
Ghost,
Ooh, spooky.
Spooky. And here's our second one for invisibility.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so a...
Ghostberry!
So, a penalty to agility, but a bonus to charisma and intelligence.
Yes.
I mean,
That might be the last. Oh, two more.
Well, it could be the last one because prior to launching this, I was taking a look at my achievements, and there was one that I could see. It said to use each infusion once, and it said 9 out of 10 for that. So this could be the last infusion. So there might be space for more, but
Fair.
who knows? We'll find out in due time.
Also, whilst plucking the berries, the spirits of the trees gave us a little keepsake. Because they were so glad we stopped all that gnawing. Sadly, I don't have any more storage space left in my heart. So I wanted you to have it as well. Now, we can always indulge in sweet memories wherever we visit. Nice.
I think I know just the place for it. Thank you very much.
Wait, there's a new Among Us.
Where?
You know, I think we've already talked about that one. Yeah, we've already talked about that one.
The one on the right, the light gray one?
No.
The one by Carolyn.
Valley,
We got two in that flask over there next to Carolyn.
Yeah. Scully, you ever thought about becoming an advocate for this kind of stuff? Not that I can usually stand them, but you seem to really care about all this. Oh, now I'm but a mere heap of bones here to learn all I can. But it is a gentleman's way to speak out when evil's committed in front of you. So I don't suppose I will stop doing just that anytime soon. Sounds good to me.
I still wonder what all those undead creatures were doing there.
No idea. We didn't ask. Hunger? Seemed like heading north before we talked to him.
Maybe they were searching for more trees?
The Pale Woods is one of the largest forests in Fasella. Don't see a reason for them to leave the area before it was barren. Unless they were ordered to. Don't they typically come from a necromancer attached? You don't suppose the gentleman we encountered outside the woods could have been that very necromancer?
I don't think farmers wear armor like what you described.
Oh, if I'd known a dastardly negligent necromancer they were, I wouldn't have offered that greeting. Blake. There's a realize where they could have been hidden. It's true there aren't many woods around here that compare to the Pale Woods. But that giant root in the capital must look pretty good to some tree-obsessed undeads. Might be tons more hidden there even now. Bleep. Oh.
I mean, the sensor is always the same, so there's no way of knowing just how long or short the censored word is.
Indeed. I like to think in this case it's damnation.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a soft spot for that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, though I'm not sure damnation would be censored.
Well, I mean, it's got damn into it, so...
But it's one of the most tamest words to censor. Because, I mean, the phrase, you're cursing the damnation. Then again, it could just be one of those funny censors that they just do it to make it sound like it's worse than it is.
I mean, that is a classic bit of comedy of just having someone go on a long rant, just entering in a whole bunch of bleeps here and there over words that when they're bleeped they sound like you're saying something bad, but they're actually saying something that is entirely just completely fine. They just put the censors in just because. Well,
I mean, I've seen them do it to cartoons and to episodes I've seen. I know what the line is, but where they put the censor, they make it sound worse.
Yeah. Remember that? Remember that one bit from DBZ Abridged with when Vegeta was apparently cussing out after meeting the Ginyu Force, but after the episode finished, they show what he actually said.
You know, yeah. You know, my favorite cursing joke is still the Scott Pilgrim one. Like, Scott Pilgrim, how'd you do that with your mouth? If you know what I mean, in the Scott Pilgrim movie.
It has been a while since I've seen that one.
No clue, never seen it.
Might have to take care of that at some point.
Yes, you need to
I mean,
fix
I
that.
haven't seen it either.
Yeah, and maybe after we're done with the movie, we can watch that animated series that was more recent.
Yes, you definitely need to fix that.
Put them both on the list then.
Scorpio? You know the thing.
Yeah, bleep indeed. Oh boy.
I mean, they just need a little fiber in their diet. Nothing wrong with that.
I have a feeling this is connected to the whole, trying to bring the end of the world thing going.
I'm sure it's fine.
The end of the world as we know it.
And I'll feel fine.
I mean, I just got done fighting off and thwarting an end of the world situation, and do we really have to do another one so soon after that?
Yes.
Perhaps.
Just to clarify, you believe hordes of undead creatures are marching towards the capital?
Well, towards the route would be my guess.
I see. They're heading towards Themis to gnaw at the divine roots, as if to...
Tea party.
I'm going to go with the fell the Aether Tree. Precisely. Not that such an action alone could destroy the whole thing, but it would certainly do some damage.
Fair.
What in the blip are you talking about?
As I just stated, someone is trying to destroy the Aether Tree. Starfall, the primordial flood, even the interplanar portals. It's all part of a big plot. Was that not clear?
No. Oh my, that's awful.
Mustache. Oh, good, you
And
put it back.
insane. If through, is it working?
Unfortunately so. Or do you see stars in the night sky?
I mean, there's one.
There used to be more. And we don't know who's behind it yet, either.
Well,
Oh, we went from having good vibes going and things trying to turn around, and right now right now we've come straight back to end of the world.
uh-huh. Helen, Mr. Scully, the gentle person you greeted outside of the woods, you thought he might be a necromancer? He certainly bore the arm of one. Did he seem like he wanted to kill everyone? Not particularly, but though it can be hard to tell sometimes. Politeness and desire for homicide aren't necessarily mutually exclusive.
Please tell me this is one of those one of those nihilistic genocidal types.
Are we polling, what was it? Was it Pokemon XY or was that, Black or
The
White
King.
where we had the Nihilist guy?
Was it the one that it was the king?
No.
I think you're thinking of Platinum.
No, I think Orskid, right?
Platinum was wanting to rule the world with a distortion. Black and White was the freeing of the Pokemon.
Yeah, Platinum. He wanted to destroy the world and rebuild it.
But
so we're
wasn't there
talking about
also the leader
suckers.
of the bad guy group that just wanted to essentially brick everything? He wanted to destroy Rally, but not even remake it. Because he got dealt with by Giratina.
Yeah, that's
Cyrus.
That's Platinum.
Oh, okay, Platinum. Thank you.
Yeah, he's the leader of Team Plasma.
Nah, Team
That was
Galactic.
Galactic.
Oh yeah,
There we go.
Where the fuck did I get Plasma?
That
I
would
think
be
the Plasmid with
That's
the green-haired guy.
yeah, that's with N and Getsis.
Oh, that's right, because they... Oh yeah, that was Black and White.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many teams, it's hard to remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And so many teams, so many evil plans, so many evil motivations. Some better than
Fair,
others.
out of all of them, Team Rocket was probably the most tame.
I mean, I think the most tame was the fucking soccer hooligans beating Head and Sword and Shield.
Yeah. You could say the most tame that was an actual evil organization.
Yeah.
Because they were just basically Pokemon mobsters.
Yeah.
What?
Team Rocket.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Mercy.
I guess you could also say Team Aqua and Team Magma also wanted to destroy the world, or what they
Well,
would have
remember
done.
they were extensions of Team Rocket, though.
No, they just
Yeah.
think they're
Yeah, Aqua and Magma were their own things. Basically,
I
basically,
thought they were splinters off of Rocket.
nope.
No.
Basically, they were eco-terrorists.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I remember that.
So
It's like
yeah,
came in on that generation.
yeah, they had no connection to Rocket.
I
Each
think you're
team
thinking of
is its own separate thing.
Yeah.
They've crossed paths, but they're their own entity. Rocket is kin.
Okay.
Yeah, Rocket is Kanto and Johto, because in Johto we basically had the remnants of Rocket after Red just trashed them, trying to find Giovanni, who'd gone into hiding, and well, up same another verse, same as the first, and another one this time. Gold, or whatever relative name you want to give him, came in and pulled a red on them.
Weren't they also active in Alola, though? At least in Ultra Sun?
Oh,
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Team Rainbow Rocket. That's an alternate
Yeah.
dimension Team Rocket that tried to invade from another dimension.
Yeah.
Though as far as Alola, I still, as much as the thing with Necrozma is, I still kind of prefer the original version of Sun and Moon, because Lusamine just felt like a much darker villain. That a lot of the stuff she did made sense in it, because if I remember correctly, basically she had kind of gone a bit crazy because from being kind of mentally poisoned by all the by the Nihilegos that she grew to be so fond of from looking into the ultra wormholes.
And I think her husband, something happened to her husband.
Yeah. Plus, seeing her basically be taken over by an Ultra Beast and that was a boss fight that stuck with me for a bit.
I mean, I remember Fee played through it, but I honestly remember nothing of that game.
Well,
I
again,
mean, Alola was one of the weaker entries,
Yeah,
because
but-
when you ask someone, they're gonna always go, "Oh, the best Pokemon was Red and Blue by far."
yeah, but also remember that when Fee did, she did Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So basically,
Yeah.
with Lusamine, they kind of watered her down in that one a bit, and so a lot of the actions that she took in there, being a bit of an abusive parent, was kind of downplayed a bit to her just being kind of just trying to take down Necrozma and just doing things all wrong, versus just kind of genuinely losing her mind and having her mind poisoned by the Ultra Beasts.
Fair. But
Eh.
still, as I said, none of the story from that game stuck in my head compared to like the other games.
Yeah, as
So yeah, it
pointed
is
out,
definitely the weaker one.
It is one of the weaker ones, which is sad.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Plus, I'd say that kudos to them for trying to do things a little bit different, like the whole challenge things, but at the same time, parts of it just felt way too handholdy.
Yeah, that's one thing I sort of did remember. It was a very handholdy game.
Yeah, like
I mean, it was the same with others. Like, hey, you went to this town. Hey, make sure to sign up here. By the way, you walk maybe 5 steps. By the way, the building you're going to is just down this road. Get to the building. It's just in here you have to sign up for. Enter the building. Don't even walk 5 steps into the lobby. The front desk is where you sign up for where we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, in some of the, even in some of the other games, those little tutorials are usually really quick. Okay, here's a quick tour of the town. Here. You got it? Good. Get out of here. And how to catch Pokemon. Okay, just follow us into the things. Toss the ball, catch it instantly. It's not gonna ever be that easy for you. Have fun with that. Get out of here. I do kind of hope
Blue did that right.
Yeah, I do kind of hope that at some point they might down the line future games give us saying, okay, do you know how this works? Do you know how basically give us an option to skip the tutorial, because yes, I can understand having the tutorial in, because for some people that's going to be their first Pokemon game, but for the large number of people who are going to be who've played it before, we already know how to throw a Pokeball. We already know how to weaken a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Since the formula hasn't changed in the
Yeah,
years.
I'd say it's probably important for whatever unique gimmick or gimmicks that particular line introduces.
Yeah.
Have a tutorial for that, but for the most part, have the option to be able to skip past that shit.
Yeah, like for example, for Legends Arceus, I can understand having a tutorial in there because they actually change up the formula, because while you can still fight in there, it's there's still that extra added option of you're going in there, sneaking around, and just throwing it at them directly, and without engaging in combat. So you have to sneak around where rather than you walking through the tall grass and the Pokemon sneak out on you, you're the one who's hiding in the tall grass to sneak up on the Pokemon.
And the fact that you're in more danger because not only are you having to command the Pokemon, but you have to also move around to make sure you don't get hit yourself or become the target.
Yeah.
Because, those Pokemon will go after you. You specifically.
Especially if you go after one of the alphas.
Oh, that is a feeling of sheer terror where you're just sneaking around trying to focus on a mon you want, and then next thing you know, you hear a noise. What's that? You turn around and you see an angry alpha just charging right at you, or even worse, charging up like a hyper beam. It's like, oh, fuck this!
The roll button is your friend, and if you don't know how to use it, you are screwed.
Yep. Okay.
Get back into playing that one.
Yeah.
I'm still really early on.
Yeah. I might go and restart from scratch with that one at some point. But yeah, basically, time to Dark Souls this bitch up.
We should probably continue this, as fun as this conversation got. I think we were going at it for about 10 minutes now.
I mean, that is the kind of thing that happens with these kinds of games. We often end up finding ourselves on tangents.
Oh yeah.
And we somehow find a way to relate it from this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Necromancers resurrect dead things to make undead creatures, right? Indeed I do. So, Scully, you were resurrected, right? Do you remember anything about it? Well, I admit at first I recalled very little from the start of my new life. I mostly stumbled about trying to remember my manners. But my memories, or rather the memories of my body, which I suppose are still my memories, have been getting clearer lately. Let me try to focus my thoughts. I believe I awakened in the archives in the Everbloom. Oh, here we go.
The Everbloom? Did you encounter any bleak stalkers?
Why, I did indeed. They seemed very hungry for my bones. Such interesting creatures that remind me of the old intellect wombats. Do these beasts still roam for Soa?
Yeah. Wombats.
Is Pessoa Magic Australia?
Maybe.
No.
Oh,
What are intellect wombats?
oh.
Priorities, Tia. Scully, who woke you up?
A gentleman of fine age. He, believe he was there to do research. I remember candles held over notes scribbled on paper, inkstands on fingertips. You must have found me near my friend's study. I remember I was looking for her when... After I woke, I simply left. How rude and uninquisitive of me. I should have asked what he was researching. I could have helped.
Be glad you did not aid him. We found his notes. They spoke of the destruction of the universe.
Did the guy from the woods remind you of one in the archives? Now that you mention it, I wasn't conscious enough to recognize faces when I rose, but I knew the armor looked familiar. I think I saw it when I first reopened my eyes, metaphorically, of course. I no longer have eyelids, after all.
A necromancer is behind all this. Is he trying to break the sigils just to get to Tuat, the spirit dragon in the realm of death?
Sigils? Are you perchance speaking of the sigils of Alcahest? My friend was researching them once. I always thought them a wild figment of imagination.
Seems like they're not, unfortunately.
Do necromancers usually want to, destroy a Tuat?
No, but they do defy his laws of life and death. Perhaps he craves access to all the souls the spirit dragon guards. Or he plans to destroy death once and for all with his perversions.
But my idea is to destroy Tuat, one must find him first. That in and of itself would be quite the impossible task, no?
Not exactly. The spirit realm is well protected, but there are ways to get to him.
Can you kill death?
Yeah, I mean, Kratos killed Thanatos at one point.
Yeah.
Eh.
I don't know, but attempting it sounds disastrous.
Miss Anwar, Mr. Moore, Tuat is the god of death. No matter how insane the necromancer, no one could possess a weapon powerful enough to fight a god. Only weapons made by the dragons can harm them. We all know this. You mean like our skeletons?
Weapon forged for the dragons, by the dragons, meant only for their claws. The axe. It could certainly cut through the barrier between the astral sea and the upper world, if not through Tuat himself. Would stealing an axe from a dragon count as a sigil?
Alright, y'all lost me again.
I talked about this already. Keep up.
I'll explain later, miss.
might count as a sigil if it awakens Ur or damages their plane.
Should not be awakened under any circumstances. Nor should a legendary weapon fall into the hands of a mere mortal. My, this is quite concerning.
I'm right there with you.
I love the bottom one, it's so Satoshi.
And I am not giving the Satoshi answers.
I know,
you did that
Scorpio. I poke at you a lot, but it
You
is
did that.
just.
You did that so
I mean,
quick.
to be fair, I'm not gonna deny he has come up with a shit of crackpot theories and crackpot plans.
Yeah. Also, I really still need you to make that bluff check.
And, you know what?
Oh,
This-
I thought it wasn't because of the his communication was cleared, or is it for something else now?
No, it's still, my buddy, the wording you use. You never changed that, so.
And
Yes.
given the ominous letter we received, I think,
Oh.
given
yeah.
what we've been learning, because remember, let's go over this letter one more time and see how much this seems to echo with a new light with what we've been hearing so far.
Especially with the date on it, the 35th of Cassiopeia.
My dearest friend, long has it been since we've talked last. Long has it been since everything has been seared away by the cold flames of death. I wish I could still remember our last conversation, but it's waning memory. I can only imagine how you've enjoyed running away, wishing to forget whatever was between us. Maybe you did, for a brief moment for these 30 years. If you did, I'm writing this letter to kindly remind you of the good old times. To celebrate our reunion, I invite you to the spectacle of this century, the last day of the astral moon, welcoming the first light of the dying moon, where the realm of Tuat is just a grasp away. Are there any spirits you'd like to remember? Are you afraid of what they might tell you? Worry not, I'll be right there. Watch the sky closely on the 35th of Cassiopeia. See you soon, an old friend. Given what we've learned, oh,
Considering the prequel is 36 years ago?
Uh-huh.
which means there is a good chance we're going to see the events that led up to,
Yeah.
or at least that set in motion things that culminate in what's going on right here, right now.
Yep.
This seems like too insane of a plot. Even for some big bad evil guy. They always seem to be reaching for new heights in their dastardly schemes. If we are correct, this one plans to steal Ur's weapon, break their sigil, and then destroy Tuat. Dragons be with us.
All about the undead creatures marching towards the capital.
They must be a distraction. A way to keep anyone who would interfere off his back. Quite the dangerous distraction if you ask me.
Those poor husks shouldn't be stacking away at those roots either way, should they? No.
Oh.
We'll be making a few different ones from now.
And those sigils of alcohol zest. You keep talking about go do what? Destroy the tree.
The spirit realm rests above all others in the canopy of our world. If what we believe to be this monstrous plan succeeds, it will collapse down onto the rest of the Aether Tree. Not only would that free all dead souls, it would destroy the tree, our home, our cosmos, and everything below it. It would destroy our world as we know it. Not to mention, Tuat might die. I don't think I have to explain to you why death dying would be a bad thing. Once again, can he die?
Wouldn't risk it. Though I believe this plot of his has to be limited somewhat now. Perhaps to a transitional period between the astral moon and the dying moon. Only then would the veil between Cassiopeia and Tuat be thin enough for the ritual of such magnitude to succeed. Wait, what? You mean is this can only happen a night between the 3rd or 5th of Cassiopeia and the 1st of Tuat? So it can only work in 4 days. Or next year. Precisely.
I guess you can't have a ritual without unnecessarily complicated rules.
Uh-huh. It is common courtesy, after all.
Clay, I've been wondering. Remember that man we saw on our way back near Marrow Castle?
Yes. Do you think he might have been the same guy?
I do. Strange armor sounds familiar, as does the convenient proximity to destruction. And more so, the blood of the first vampire Kyle spoke of. Part of the ritual to safely traverse the astral sea involves having an associated anchor for your destination.
That would be an anchor.
To find Tuat, you need something connected to him. Like the blood of a vampire eternally bound to him. Yes, maybe our villain got his hands on it. Perhaps he knows more of Cassiopeia than I anticipated.
All of this sort of context break is giving me a headache. And kept got another drink to spare to help with all this mess. Something powerful enough to get me through this.
Anything for you, Carolyn?
Another cursed coffee, I wager?
Yeah, looks like another cursed coffee. She'll need extra smarts anyway, so...
Yeah. Let's see, with Thunder Sage... Actually, no, Thunder Sage I think is Charisma, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's... Actually, no, that's all Smarts. Oh, yeah, that'll work. That'll be the brains out of the way. And then we need a little bit of defense.
You know, that never... yeah.
I put all the strength I have into this drink. Enjoy.
I think we'll just put part of my sanity back together. Thanks a lot.
Anytime.
So, this madman, if he can't get the axe, he can't kill the spirit dragon, right?
Correct.
Great. Let's stop him from getting the axe then. Great idea. I know. Now, how do we do that?
Well, first the necromancer needs to find it. For that, he'd have to get to Ur's realm. Thanks to the portals, that is entirely within the realm of possibility. One would simply have to journey through one of the portals to the Twilight Chasm, and then enter the endless caves through the Nightmare realm.
Nothing easier than that.
Didn't Melly see some weird new bone way markers near the Twilight Chasm portal in the Moon Swamps? Could they be there to remind someone, say a necromancer, of the way to the portal?
That could.
Good. The moon pools are much easier to reach than Boreas. We should catch the necromancer before he ventures into the chasm, and most certainly before he gets the axe.
Alright, let's go beat his...
Hold on.
Yeah, we need a contingency.
Yeah. So, yeah, what if you don't succeed? I have faith in you, but... he sounds powerful. How about a backup plan?
Hate to say it, but you're not wrong. Thanks for looking out for us.
If we don't manage to stop him from getting their weapon, we stand no chance in the fight against him. Even your divine strikes would be no match, Miss Anwar.
That is true. We would need an incredibly powerful weapon to match his.
Not sure if it's enough, but I do have this sword I got from my papa.
Let me see it. This is remarkable craftsmanship, infused with minor divine powers. Incredible. But I'm afraid that even this cannot rival the Great Axe in any capacity.
Well, if it was mixed with dragon fire.
What?
Do you happen to have such a thing on hand, young lad?
No, but I know where we can find some. The ever-burning flame in the Highlands is dragon fire. The one you wanting to see, Tia. I think now might be a good time for that.
You're right. Dragon fire merged with Carolyn's blessed sword. It wouldn't be as powerful as the axe, but it might give us a fighting chance.
Hehehe. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have room for 2 more, I think, for the last few things.
If we had a master craftsman to forge it, that is.
Rhea, she's a blacksmith.
Is it wrong that I thought if she cares enough, but at the same time, I feel like this is something she wouldn't say I don't give a shit about?
I like that top one, but whatever one you choose, Nay.
My first gut instinct is to go with you're right, there's no one better for the job. At the same
But the
time,
competition's a good one too.
yeah, it would definitely be a motivator for her.
Oh yes.
It'd be great for her competition for sure.
Yeah, my sword would get her first place, no question. I'll make sure to bring that up while trying to convince her. Thanks for the idea.
Very well. I'm sure Master Smith Frostgrip will be delighted with this opportunity. Having her on our side makes me even more confident that we can stop this necromancer's plans. I have the utmost faith in us. I know the aperture and its astral portal are well protected, even if we should fail. Though I don't believe we will. Because I know that I'm strong enough to best this battle, and that Clay is as well.
And the others too.
Yes, the others too. I'll be honest, I'm not sure the 4 of you will be enough.
Don't worry, there's lots of people we can ask for help. Like you.
Like me?
Yeah.
Nope. Ask away.
I knew we could count on you.
Aw.
You collect everything we talk about, right?
I try my best.
Could you ride us up to quest for all this? Think we should split our resources so we get the backup plan going at the same time? Good idea, young man. Plus, that'll give us an excuse to have your drinks help us.
Not that you need an excuse, but I appreciate you following my rituals. We really are, gosh darn Faye.
I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it.
I'll see what I can do. I should have something written up first thing in the morning.
Okay.
I trust in you as you trust in us.
You know, given that you're a Fae, this is the one game where, like, they don't define the character's gender. Makes sense for a Fae. Fae can be whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deeply? Yes. Deeply, and with the knowledge that together we are stronger. We'll see you in the morning then.
Okay, I got up what we need.
Oh dear. Carolyn, come with us. We owe you a few explanations before we make you do any persuasion work for us.
You got that right. Let's go. I cannot miss out on more possible details. I shall see you in the morning, Innkeep. Thank you for all your help. Let's save the world, alright?
Let's, Clay. Good luck.
Okie dokie. So first things first is Carolyn's grand greatsword once belonged to.
Mm-hmm.
Next one is legends or clerics say that the first flame. And only a weapon forged with dragon fire can. That's the first one. I'll go to the next one.
Air of
And
Dragon
next-
Fire.
Yeah, you can read that one out. Interesting. Okay, next one is legend has it the Great Axe of Ur. Next up is the wondrous plane of Ur can be accessed. And third, the enemy aims for destruction of the Aether Tree.
So, with the remaining rumors, we've got theoretically enough for at least another 2 quests.
Give me a second. You might have enough for the other one. The capital is wrapped in roots. I know we got that one.
Yeah.
The undead can't seem to get enough fire. We know we have that one. And we also have the undead marching toward the capital is a mere distraction. So we can make that one too.
Yeah, because right here we got the Twilight Chase.
Yep. Okay. Next up is, so capital's wrapped in roots. Next is these undead can't seem to get enough fiber. And the undead marching towards the capital are a mere distraction.
So that means we've only got enough for one more left.
Yep, which will be the last one.
Mm-hmm. We're just probably gonna have to deal with it because yeah, the Dead Parade.
Mm-hmm. We have these 3, and then we have the last one coming. Oh, that's what the last one is. Okay. That'll be intriguing. I got to see what the third rumor is, and that's a fun one.
The 32nd of the astral moon.
Uh-huh. Be good for one more day. Because it feels like we're going to have a lot of people coming through and then heading off to do their stuff, so might not be that long of a one.
Yeah, because
We've been going 3 hours.
3 hours and just one day.
Yeah, so probably do this last one. Like I said, it should be quicker. We already got all of the exposition out of the way, so... And we have 3 quests that we can throw out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Let's see. The dragon. Twilight change.
Twilight Zinnius.
Mm-hmm.
I think the day probably is gonna go longer than you think.
Oh?
'Cause 2 of the quests do get triggered, but then there's an interlude where someone comes in and then a very key moment happens, as well as another key moment.
So
Yeah, because I knew 2 of these are going to be done.
Go into
Yeah.
a probably more exposition.
Gotcha.
this might be a good spot to call it because this was a very long single day.
It didn't help that we
It's-
went off on a lot of tangents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also so hard to say what exactly those things are because they're spoiler, but yeah, I have a feeling it's going to go in based on what these 2 elements are. They're going to be longer.
So probably best to err on the side of caution.
You know, I just realized I had no one that session.
Yep, it was a lot of me, though. That was fun.
Yeah, I mean we do.
Or why are you talking to yourself?
You have no place to talk. Remember remember the Pyro Brigade we had the other time?
Oh, yes.
And all 3 of them, 3 fucking distinct personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
The smug ass, the one that it gets bored or just wants to cause chaos because he can, and then the one that's the flirt. Yeah.
let's see what that... Ah, so there it is. It's that new trinket we got is the Raven Rose Snow Globe. Neat.
Ah, and there's the Bi Pyramid and our little familiar. And that'll be the axe, and that'll be the sword, I wager.
Yep. Boris Great
I have to
Axe.
say, the axe is very unusual.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it's, it was forged from just like a random steak.
I mean, it was made by dragons. So yeah, we've gotten the last of the trinkets that we can get that are different based on what options we give.
Oh, squirrel. Nice.
So yeah.
I don't
If-
think that's a squirrel.
Feels more
Really?
cringe.
So yeah, if we want to see what those look like, we're gonna have to do a separate playthrough, like on our own, with using the other options to get these to pop up.
We have to be bad people.
Whew, but yeah, with that, it's going to be time to wrap things up. Because, yeah, we crossed the 3-hour mark, and that was one long day, but at the same time, a lot got dumped on us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is also the end game, because we have, what, like 3 different quests, so that means we're gonna get a lot. And a lot is gonna be happening.
Yeah.
Especially since we're getting close.
Well, we only have one more quest to make after this. But yeah, we are in the end game at the moment.
So, yeah, which means we probably got very few more streams of this left before, well, technically before we said potentially look into the DLC. And then from there, returning to Phoenix Wright. Again, I would be curious as to just who this necromancer is, who is obviously a, probably at this point, former friend, possibly even furthermore, a former member of my party.
Uh-huh.
So it would make it, if I did the DLC, even interesting, because we'll probably get the answer of what happened to the party.
It's not DLC, it's a new standalone game.
Yeah, the DLC there basically that's already out there is an extra story that takes place after the events of the main game.
Know what I fucking meant.
Yeah, the prequel that they've recently announced, then yeah, that's probably going to be showing the party and how it got to the point where, you know, if this necromancer is a former party member, how they got to the point where they wanted to to end everything.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have what the fuck did you do, Nay?
Don't look at me.
How
She
bold of
listened.
you to assume it was their fault?
She listened to the Satoshi on her shoulder.
You know, it's actually funny. In one of Nay's game, I was actually the shoulder demon to one of the characters. Unintentionally. I was literally just putting random shit in chat X character should do, and they looked, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm literally known as the shoulder demon.
I've done that to people before.
I wish I could say he's lying, but he is being 100% truthful.
See, I was actually joking, and it became a thing when that character decided, you know what, I'm gonna start doing what you said. It was glorious.
Yeah. Try pulling that shit again, and you'll have to deal with Nib Nib.
Oh, come on! How was I supposed to know when I put randomly in chat you should start rocking in the chair that they would start doing it? And to be fair, I solely swore I used the power for good.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, it led to entertainment, no?
That it did, that it did.
Mm-hmm.
We had a small that was being possessed by evil demon teddy bears.
Oh yeah, and I kept putting things in the chat involving said teddy bears as jokes, and the small actually did it. Oh dear God, you could probably say I was the possessing spirit of the teddy.
You know, I feel like if that was me being Amethyst, I would listen. Like, okay, voice in head.
Wasn't the teddy described like something from Resident Evil? And that specific one you find.
Hmm. Anywho, let's wrap things up for now, because we have been going at it for a bit. And we've had a lot to just dumped on us here. The Necromancer, which we're pretty sure is the old friend and slash possible former party member, trying to bring about the end of everything. Still no sign of Fable.
I'm fine, relax.
And of course now, most likely that they're not going to be able to go out and look for Fable because we have more pressing matters to deal with.
I'm pretty sure there's nothing to worry about with Fable yet. I mean, it's probably a good thing that nothing was heard about them. Because it means they didn't bite the dust. And again, at the other side, they probably bit the dust if we're not hearing anything about them.
I mean, we don't know what type of stand user they are.
They're a ranger.
It was a joke. Bites the dust.
Yeah, but they're no killer queen.
Well, I thought you were gonna go along the lines of, and another one.
I don't know if you know that stand, Scorpio. I don't know how much of a JoJo you've seen with Nay.
He has finally been introduced to Yoshikage Kira.
Oh, that's crazy son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The last time we sat down to watch it, the Morio crew managed to actually find him and track him down, but he managed to hide away and steal some poor bastard's space. So now
the death of Alice.
So yeah, he's now out in hiding, and no one knows where to find him. So yeah. Also did manage to have fun with it with seeing his reaction to one of my favorite episodes from part 4, when we got to meet the Italian chef.
Oh God.
I don't know if I should be concerned. I think I looked something up on him. Is this the guy who's cooking this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I would honestly kill for one of his meals and the remedies that it would give.
If he can deal with the body horror along the way.
I mean, to be fair, from what was seen, it honestly feels worth it to some extent. Because, I mean, the result was fabulous.
But, yeah, before we get further sidetracked, thank you all once again to everyone who's joined the call. Or nickname Scorpio, always a pleasure. And a thank you to everyone who came by to watch. Hope you all had a good time, and until the next one, take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.